Man, a video recently surfaced today of Lil Gotit showing love to Funk, Young Thug's brother, who recently was able to plea agreement his way out of jail, similar to the way that Gunna was.
Poke living.
However, when news first broke of Gunna's plea agreement, Lil Gotit was one of those people that had a few choice words towards Gunna and didn't immediately show him love.
Hey, keep that shit toward Gunna, bro. Don't put my brother's name in shit, nigga. Like, you tripping.
And you know, a lot of artists actually haven't shown him love. It's a question here today that we gotta ask: is Gunna's career over after these snitch allegations, man? Let's get into it. But before we do, I'm gonna need you to like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna run this video. Make sure y'all check out the merch link in the description at staysafeworld.com. So let's get it, man. Yo, snitching. It's one of those words that is like the least favorite word in the rap dictionary, man. Artists such as Nipsey Hussle have allegedly gotten killed for claiming people have snitched. Artists such as 6ix9ine have blown up, gone crazy viral over snitching. Artists such as Jace have lost all their rapper friends sort of for being caught up in snitching allegations. It's one of the most serious offenses in the rap community, if not the most serious offense, but being labeled a snitch if you are a street rapper, man. And you know, there's a lot of other artists that have basically, you know, given statements to the police, but it seems that the world is out for Gunna, and he just might have to retire after these allegations, man. So if you haven't been following the YSL case, basically Gunna was caught on video giving statements to the court and prosecutors, basically saying that YSL was a gang and that guns and drugs that he was caught with Young Thug, just Young Thug in the car, were not his, and that he admits that YSL was a gang and he knows people that commit crimes with YSL as in furtherance of the gang.
Say after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
And it was all caught on video. You know, the crazy thing is, in that situation with Lil Gotit, Funk was actually able to get out of jail in a very similar way. He had to admit that YSL was a gang and just admit to crimes that he committed himself. But at the same time, he's treated differently than Gunna, you know? I think part of the reason why this is the case is because there's actual video evidence showing what Gunna did. We don't necessarily know what's on paperwork or what's not. And we can't even claim that these people are snitches in the first place. The only person that can really claim that shit is Young Thug. But at the end of the day, the narrative is so strong that Gunna is snitching and that other members of YSL are snitching that you can't even really, even if he were to come out now and try to say something, it's too late. Like, people already have that shit stuck in their head. It's one of those narratives that just flow on social media that people aren't even really going to question, especially because of the fact that he hasn't really said a statement besides I did not snitch on anyone. And other lawyers have basically broken down the case and said that even though he didn't snitch and has yet to say anything, when he's called for trial, he'll eventually have to testify on things that don't have to do with him, because he can only claim the Fifth Amendment, you know, basically saying nothing and self-incriminating if it applies to himself but not to others. So in reality, it might look like a bad type of narrative in Gunna's point of view. And in general, it's looking like it might be the end of his career as an artist, at least with other artists, you know, because it looks like fans, I personally don't think, care about whether whether or not you're a snitch. You can look at the example of the underground rapper Jace. He has just as big of a following as he did before his snitch allegations that he kind of went through. And then you can kind of look at the example of 6ix9ine. That's not the best example, because after he snitched, he had a resurgence, especially when he got out of jail and he was like kind of like public enemy number one. But then after that, he basically kind of died out. But that wasn't really because of the snitching, I don't think. I think that was more of just his music got worse and he didn't really continue the output of music that he had. But Gunna's situation is interesting to me because he has an actual solid fan base, people that like his music that aren't just part of his fan base, and he just has good music in general and trendy music, and had like, you know, a viral moment with Pushin P, and it wasn't like he was just going viral because of his antics. Well, he was because of that too, but at the same time, he actually had a catalog of good music for years, you know, that people were listening to, and he wasn't really saying much as a person. They were just listening to his music for its music, you know. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, personally, I feel like he's still going to have diehard fans. I don't know if he has diehard like Playboi Carti cult fans, but he'll have people that listen to his music, you know. There's probably still people that listen to his music now. I don't really see that there's going to be a giant decrease in his music. And it might even be a 6ix9ine effect, where he actually, when the first time he's spotted outside doing music type shit, after this whole snitching allegation thing kind of blows over, I mean, it's never going to blow over in the rap community, but when the fans don't really wonder about it too much, maybe, just maybe, he'll be able to make a reoccurrence. But I'm not too even sure about that. The one major issue that he has is the fact that if you look at this, like, all of the things that show that people are showing love and hating are mainly the artists who are hating on Gunna. You know, like Boosie basically calling Gunna a snitch, Sauce Walker saying YSL that he's a snitch, and just people in general, like the Lil Gotta thing, kind of with him questioning Gunna and saying he doesn't know what Gunna was doing with that situation. It's kind of hard for these quote-unquote street rappers to really wrap their head around supporting Gunna in this type of situation because of the visual proof, and it might ruin their careers. So if Gunna were to continue, he would probably just have to be dropping music by himself, and I can't even really imagine him getting booked to these big Rolling Loud type festivals with people and all these type of people having this much smoke for him, you know. So in a way, I feel like his old career is basically dead. Whether he'll be able to start making new subject matter and not really talking about slat and sliming people and shit like that, man, it's to be known, you know. It's to be announced. To find out in this next episode of Dragon Ball Z type shit. Honestly, I feel like it might be weird the first couple months, but I feel like he might have a resurgence, man. That's just how I feel, looking at how like rap fans have acted in the past. But hey, let me know in the comments what y'all think about this situation. You think Gunna's career is over, or you think that he has a chance for redemption, man? Let me know. Real Stay Safe shit. Make sure you check out the merch link in the description at StaySafeWorld.com.